Avoid this common occurrence when you're filing your state income taxes with railroad retirement. Welcome everyone to another edition of the Highball Advisors Railroad Retirement Whiteboard. My name's John McNamara, Highball Advisors, and today we're going to talk about taxes, specifically state income taxes. All right, so there's quite a few states that have no income tax, so that's great. You know, your Texas, New Hampshire's, Nevada, who else is out there? Tennessee, I believe. I think Washington State. You can look that up. All right, so you don't have to worry about this. However, it's important to remember that railroad retirement is not taxable by any state. All right, that's the rule, that's the law. Actually, there's 13 states that can tax Social Security. All right, so you have to be, if you're in one of those 13 states that tax Social Security, all right, make sure they're not taxing your railroad retirement. That's very, very important. But what I want to talk about here is what happens to career railroaders that have 30 years of service, let's say. And there's two ways that railroad retirement gets reported. It's you have a SSEB, which is Social Security Equivalent Benefit. So that looks and walks and talks like a Social Security payment. And then you have non-Social Security Equivalent Benefit, right? That's the additional money. You'll find the Tier 2 portion there. However, there's also the Tier 1 portion is in there, okay? So that would be for the, right? Because that's the part that, if you're at full retirement age, and let's say you're a Social Security worker, you'd be 67 and you would get your amount of money, your Social Security or SSEB. However, at 60, you're getting paid like you're 67. That's the advantage of working for the railroad, is you get that like that extra 7 years. However, they got to make up the difference, and they do that through a non-Social Security Equivalent Benefit. So the point that I want to talk about here is this NSEB, all right, which is very, very important, is what happens is this gets paid as a inside a 1099-R, right, which is the Tier 1 non-Social Security benefit and the Tier 2. And what happens is it will get, a lot of people will get reported as a pension, because on the federal returns, you have to remember, federal returns, this gets taxed at ordinary income, all right? So now you have this being taxed at ordinary income and this amount being taxed at ordinary income also. However, when that gets transferred over to your state, you want to make sure that that amount of money does not get reported on your tax return. So that could be a really big saving. So if your income on your federal tax returns, it might show, let's just say $100,000 because you're including these two pension payments here, but on your state return, right, it should be, if this adds up to $20,000, your state return should only be taxed off of $80,000. All right, and what happens is a lot of accountants and CPAs, they just carry over that taxable income number from the state, from the federal, and bring it over to the state without realizing that your railroad retirement isn't taxable, especially this amount here, the non-Social Security Equivalent Benefit. So I just wanted to draw that to your attention. Really, really important stuff with that. And now, so when you're doing your taxes, you get the two forms. You get the 1099-R, which is the Tier 1 NSSEB, and the Tier 2. And then you also get the RRB 1099, which is the Tier 1, which looks like Social Security. So, you know, maybe go back, look at a couple of old tax returns. You have a couple of years, you can even refile. It might, you know, I saved one of my clients a couple of $1,000s this year. We're going through that, right? It just slipped and went right through. So that's something you have to, you know, that's got to come off the NSSEB, right? Remember, very, very important stuff. So hope you found this helpful. Share this video with other railroaders. Get them thinking about taxes, right? I don't want you guys overpaying your taxes, especially in retirement. You know, every penny counts, that's for sure. Click on the subscribe to my YouTube channel. Really do appreciate it. It's growing very well. Click on notifications, get the latest video. I usually send them out every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And until next time, everyone, please stay safe, stay on track, and take care. So long, everybody. Bye.